Hey guys!
Hi guys!
So here we go. We were able to obtain the Walgreens, the second rendition of the Walgreens exclusive 4-pack, if you will. This time Star Wars, and you can see that we were lucky. Now it took us 2 stores to find these, and they were actually really easy for us this time.
Yeah, this time around it seems like they're going to be easier to find. They're more readily available in most areas now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, at least right now, it's going to be a Venom, Punisher, Spider-Man's kind of thing going on.
I think they learned from the first time around. These are popular and we should probably order more than we did.
But there have been some problems out there that I've seen in the community. Some Walgreens are telling people that it can't be out until the 24th of the month. Other people are like, what's a pop? I don't remember what that is. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, there's some things going on that might, you know, prevent you from finding these in the store, so kind of keep that in mind. So first up we have kind of a very boring, bland pop, and it's the Imperial Guard. So once again, not a fan of bobbleheads. I despise them for some reason. It's not because I care about it being a bobblehead. You know, that's fine. That doesn't really bother me. It's just that they bend so easily, and then they become kind of defunct, and that's the big issue. It's not so much it's a bobblehead. It's just it's very delicate, and that's kind of what the problem with this one is. It kind of, his head's a little shifted over, which is meh to me. But as far as a pop goes, very different from a pop. No Popeyes.
Yeah, it's very different. It's very different. It doesn't have Popeyes, and I like how you can detach it from the base, because that's pretty cool. So you can put it on the base if you really want to, or you can take it off. And
of course, that's all Star Wars licensed, so I think that might have something to do with the license that they had to put this on a base. But Funko was smart enough to say, let's just let them take it off. So if they do want it to be more like a normal pop, you can do that, but we're not, you know, we're kind of crossing the line, but slowly, you know, that kind of thing. But actually, I think the bases make these better.
I think so too. I love the base, how it's big and chunky, and it says Star Wars real big on the front in case you didn't know this was, you know, Star Wars character.
Yeah. They look really great when they're all together and it says Star Wars with that base. It's really fancy, and I feel like Star Wars might be one of the only labels that could do that.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think of something else.
I wouldn't like it on DC. I wouldn't like it on Disney. I wouldn't like it on a lot of things, but Star Wars, I do like it. And you know, this pop, very boring, but you have to have Imperial Guard. That's just what's gonna have to happen, so here it is.
Up next, we have the Snow Trooper. He has a massive bobblehead. His head seems like it kind of tilts to the left a little bit. I don't know if that was
a so big. It's like one of the biggest ones I've seen.
Well, they have those giant helmets anyways,
yeah.
So. And I love how he has his little gun with him and his backpack and stuff. He has a detachable base as well, so if you want to put him on the base, you can, or you can leave him off. It's entirely up to you.
I like his off-white colors. Like, his body is made of different kind of, you know, little subtleties of white. You got some gray in it. Of course, you got some, obviously the straight white. That's kind of a nice touch.
Well, his jacket material at the bottom, it's like, it looks kind of like a grayish white. It's completely different than the rest of it. He looks kind of like a marshmallow on the top.
He does, yeah. I mean, overall, the pop looks pretty cool.
Yeah, he looks good. He's, you know, another simple pop, but something that you have to have if you're a Star Wars fan.
It's kind of strange too, though. In the face, it looks like a Robin mask or a Green Lantern mask or something.
Shredder a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little Shredder. Yeah. So you know, kind of an interesting design, but you know, hey, we'll go with it. Up next, we have the Boba Fett prototype, and this one I'm excited about. So once again, we have the white, the off-white, the gray colors. I really like this. Now, just pulling it out of the box, I love this.
I do too. He looks amazing.
Detail. Lots of detail.
A lot of detail. The first thing I saw was this when he started to pop. I was like, excuse me? That is cool.
This is very cool. From his rocket boosters to all his little gadgets, of course his gun. This thing is really, really nice. It's clean. Like, really cool looking. And
with such a simple paint job, the attention to detail in his belt, his boots.
Even the shoes with the points on them.
Yes, everything about him. He looks good.
This is an awesome pop. And, you know, he even has damage on the helmet. Now, I'm not sure if that's actually in the sculpt, because this is our first Boba Fett. We don't have a regular Boba Fett.
That's true.
So I don't know if there's damage, or that maybe just our sculpt is kind of messed up with the way it was, you know, casted or molded or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's damaged, though, because even in the top of the helmet, it has little dings and dents. I like that. That's cool. Like, I'd like to see more of that in Pops, some damaged versions of Pops. you know, yes, it will take another sculpt, but nonetheless, really cool idea to have damaged things like Batman with a broken cow.
Yeah, battle
or
damaged.
Just different things like that. Yeah, maybe battle damaged Ninja Turtle shells or something. I don't know. You know the movies, but yeah, that could be really cool. And overall, this is maybe out of the two, there's one coming up that the ones that you're really gonna want. Maybe not so much the Imperial Guard, maybe not so much kind of the Snowtrooper, but definitely at least Boba Fett prototype and what we got coming next.
Last but not least in the Walgreens exclusive Star Wars is Yoda Spirit.
Love this thing. Now, we have... Okay, so I wish we would have been more into collecting the Star Wars figures when Darth Vader, and Darth Maul were out, because now they're just unbelievable as far as price goes, which is understandable because they didn't make a lot of them.
Right.
But now we're lucky enough to get Yoda, which is cool, and we have the Emperor, which is like one of my favorite looking pops. It's unbelievable. I love the blue glow in the dark.
Oh my, he is beautiful. Yes. I love this. I love how he is just... He looks so cute and he glows in the dark, which is awesome. He's got his giant ears.
He looks better that way than he does with the regular paint.
I think so too.
You can see more detail in the actual body, because when it's painted normally, it's kind of really... I don't like the pop that much. But now you can actually see like the... And I don't think they've changed the sculpt at all, but now you can see the sculpt, the actual sculpt a lot better.
You can see the etching in his jacket and
his even like the subtlety of his hair on the back of his head.
Yeah, because Yoda doesn't have a lot of hair, so...
Poor Yoda. Yoda does bald or whatever. I can't speak Yoda. Yodanese. I can't speak Yodanese. That's what we're gonna say.
He speaks backwards, right?
Yeah. Backwards speak, do I? Yeah.
He has a detachable base, just like the rest of the Star Wars characters. So again, on the base or off the base, however you want to display him.
I recommend on the base.
I think he looks really good on the base because when he lights up and glows, I wonder if it's going to kind of have some kind of a reflection on that shiny, glossy black.
I
bet that's gonna be beautiful.
really like the way they do the glow-in-the-dark Star Wars figures. This is amazing. I'd like to see this in more things besides Star Wars. I get it though, the Spirit thing, it makes total sense. But there are other figures out there that you can see these in. But Star Wars, it works great. And this thing is amazing. I love the all blue eyes, blue body. It looks like that grandma glass, the blue glass.
Yeah, that antique blue glass.
I know you've seen it in like flea markets and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it gives off when I look at it. And it looks like an antique, which is why I like this. Now we're crossing into some old collectibles with some new collectibles. And that's some Spirit stuff right there.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is the new set of Star Wars Walgreens exclusive. It's on Pop Culture. Also, dun dun dun.
Try to find it online.
Good luck. They're probably going to be smashed or bad paint jobs, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for in Walgreens.
Walgreens.
And if you know what we're talking about, you'll notice that on the back of all these boxes, at least in the first set, 'cause Funko has stated that all the new sets, they're not going to screw up. So what it says on the back of it, Walgreens, as in W-A-L-L Greens. Walgreens. So, like, hey, whatever, it happens. But yeah, so if you guys do get these, keep an eye on that, because that is kind of a funny little thing. I don't know if it'll affect the value that much.
I don't know.
But it is kind of fun. You do have one of the first edition misspelled boxes. If these things ever do become super popular later down the line, which I don't know if they will, just because there's so many of them made, but if that ever does happen, hey, I've got one of the screwed up boxes, so I'm cooler than you.
Yeah, mine's a little bit specialer.
Specialer?
More special? Something.
Definitely not specialer.
It's awesomer.
Kids, go to school.
Yours.
They are definitely just go special.
Yeah.
That's just what it is,
Specialer.
The back of these, like all the Star Wars in every single line, you get that cool, kind of thing. And, I like that. I'd like to see more of these, and we've talked about this. I'd like to see more of these in pop figures, because in the boxes, they're nice. They add to the whole display.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It displays... It just looks better than having that plain brown background. To have this, it just makes it seem like it's more of a collectible figure than just something that a child might play with.
And for in-box collectors like us, this thing matters. We keep them in the box just because we've told you before, and a lot of people ask us, why do you keep it in the box? We like the box art. It's that simple.
Yeah. Somebody put a lot of work into that.
Yeah. That's it. There's nothing to it. I'm not keeping them in there to keep the value high or anything like that. That's not how we do things. We just like the boxes. That's just what that's it. Now, one other thing we need to tell you before we leave. this video. Isn't that weird how that works? We're gonna leave like whatever. But anyways, one more thing we gotta tell you before we leave. There apparently is one more Walgreens exclusive, at least that's the rumor from pictures that have been spread around. One more Walgreens exclusive Star Wars pop, and that is what you've been seeing around the internet. It's the Riot Gear Trooper. So, you know, kind of look around for that. That might be coming to Walgreens too. It's on pop culture already, but apparently that is going to be the next Walgreens exclusive pop. Okay guys, so we will see you next video, and good luck and good hunting.
Bye guys.
Bye.